So the Cresslia EX event has started. It is going to be another drop event where we do get 5 new promos. Now, there's pretty much only 2 bulk standard mistakes that hopefully you would have thought about over the Blastoise event and also the one prior. Can't even remember which one that was. I think it was it Venusaur? It might have been something like that. But the Cresslia event is now live for the next couple of weeks, and it is an easy objective to get yourselves the next 5 promos, including the Cresslia EX that we will be using in a deck at some point soon. So the big point is, what mistakes could you make in this? Now, the first things first, it's quite an easy one, and I think everybody should know this. You do get a drop chance reward of the pack per tier of the level of opponent. So obviously as you battle through, you will get the differences. When you look at the CPU, you will obviously have the first time rewards, which are standard, but you will have the beginner, the intermediate, the advanced, and the expert. Now obviously when you do go to a site like Pokézone, it will give you all the percentages that you need. So obviously when you look at beginner, you get 51% chance of getting a promo pack A. If you then go up one, it goes to 64. If then you go up again, it goes up to 80. But the one that you want to be farming to get the 5 promo cards is going to be on expert. These are 100% chance bonus, so you want to be getting this done as much as possible. There's also a 75% chance of doing a shop ticket, so that is always going to be perfect. Now that kind of does tell me that when you do get the shop ticket per time, if you say you've got what, a less than 15% chance of, well, 25, maths is a bit off, 25% chance of not getting it, you want to be doing this as much as possible. But the big thing is, you don't want to be using any of your stamina. Don't use your the event hourglasses on this. It is a very simple event, and to be honest, I think in the future they might add some extra events in. When we look at the event guide at the moment, we've got the standard, so we've got the drop event, we've then got the emblem event, and then we've got the wonder pick, then we've got the outbreak. At the minute, this is the exact same pattern as we've had for the past 2 expansions. I know one was a mini, but every single event was exactly the same. Now that's not to say in the future they won't change it, so always make sure that you are utilizing as much as your normal stamina, then actually putting in event hourglasses for it, because we don't get much of it, so you don't want to be wasting it on this. Now another big thing that you can, which is kind of more of an advantage, and it's kind of funny that he's there, you can auto event this. So basically, if you go into the battles, you will obviously get the ability to autoplay. So your computer basically runs your deck for you. And the big thing is when you start giving it very complex sort of information when it comes to utilizing your deck, if you've got multiple stage 2s, maybe you've got a few evolutions, you're trying to use maybe the Darkrai deck with the Weavile, the Darkrai, maybe even a Greninja, sometimes the AI can do some funny things with it. I saw that it added Sneasel in, it then took Sneasel out, put Darkrai in, but obviously the whole point of the deck is to have Darkrai having all of the energy, but Sneasel attacks every single time. The AI is not going to use that. Now for the past 6 attempts that I've done, Pachirisu's deck is absolutely fantastic. I'll put it on screen. It's quite a simple deck, to be honest. It's 2 Pachirisus, it's then a bunch of tools, a bunch of items, and a bunch of supporters. There's nothing else to it, so you're guaranteed a Pachirisu on the start, and what the AI does do when you is battling for you is it does just keep giving the energies to them both. It will obviously give 2 to the first, 2 to the second, and then it starts doing the 1 and 2s. But it also does, because you are going to go against I don't know if the deck's going to be here, but you'll be going against a Mischievous or Magius, or I can't remember which one it is, but the evolution of whatever I'm saying there, that does a concussion, so it will obviously confuse you, and that can be sometimes very annoying to go and not get the heads on that one. So it will actually retreat and bring in the other one to attack as well. I think I've only lost once in 7 attempts of this. And also with this, if you do lose in any of these offline events, you don't lose any of your stamina. You can rebattle again, but it has had a very good win rate for me. So I'm pretty happy to say that this is probably one of the better decks that you can that you can auto from, and it will guarantee you a win most, if not all of the time at the minimum. And that's really all you've got to do. You've got 1 week and 6 days to get these 5 promos. You obviously have a certain percentage of the drops as well, so when we do look at them, You've got 12.66% for Cresslia. I've opened up 8 at the moment, and I've got 3 Cresselias. I'm still missing out on Turtwig. He's the last one I need. You then obviously have Electrovive that's got 15.82. Mischievous, which is 24, rounding up obviously. And then also with Turtwig and Skarmory, they also have a 24% chance as well. Tell my odds that. But once you've got all 5, I wouldn't even stop there. I know that the trading is not necessarily a big thing for these promos at the moment. Doesn't mean that they might not be. It's an interesting one. So obviously the kind of extra battles that you want to do, if you're doing auto, don't use the hourglasses, is mainly because you will get yourself some shop tickets as well. That's going to be the big one. Yes, you get the extra promo cards. They can be used for dust if you really wanted to, or adding a bit of flair to the Cresslia EX. You definitely want to try and get 2 at a minimum for a potential deck, and that's going to be really it. Just keeping farming them shop tokens, and then maybe we do get some extra pack hourglasses or even wonder pick hourglasses in the near future, which would be nice. So keep grinding with them. It's a very easy event, I must admit. I thought the Psychic might be a little bit more difficult than what it is, but it's a pretty standard one to do. Let me know if you need any more help, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.